Life is full of unique moments, like the first time you hold your newborn baby in your arms. You have many important decisions to make throughout their life, and one to make before they are even born: whether to store their umbilical cord blood and cord tissue. Future Health Biobank, helping you to protect your family's future health. To find out more, please contact us.
Future Health Biobank, proud sponsors of How To. Prepare for your baby's arrival.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of How To Prepare for Your Baby's Arrival. In today's show, we'll be looking at some of the essential items you'll need. On every high street, there's an overwhelming amount of tempting products for new babies, toys and clothes to name but a few, and there's temptation to overspend. But parenting is extremely expensive. Raising a child in the UK from birth to the age of 21 costs an average over £200,000, and often budgets are most strained in the early stages of a child's life. This financial burden is difficult to reconcile with the desire to fill your new baby's nursery with everything he or she will need. So it's useful to take some time to plan ahead to ensure you get the essentials just right. Later in today's programme, we'll be hearing some expert tips. We have with us today Sue Mountford, our guest midwife, who tells us more about pregnancy and childbirth. Describe your role during childbirth.
We do a set of observations to make sure that the woman is still healthy. Then I would listen to the baby, make sure the baby is healthy, and then I would examine her vaginally to see whether or not she was dilating. Once she is in established labour, then if she was requiring pain relief, I would either take her to the birth unit or labour ward, depending on her history and as to what form of pain relief she required. Then my role would be to support her and to ensure that she was confident in herself to be able to labour naturally. If she required pain relief, then I would be there to offer her whichever form of pain relief she wants or advise her. Sometimes the ladies just get on with labour, and it's the fathers that need the support, or the birth partners who are with them that need the support, and that's also part of my job. My job is also to liaise with the doctors and let them know that this lady is in labour, and to let them know if she has any medical conditions that they need to know about, and also to let them know if her labour isn't progressing as I would deem normal.
We recently met with Sherry Hornigold-Prosser of Huddle and Bliss Limited, who tell us what's needed for baby's first wardrobe.
I'm Sherry Hornigold-Prosser. I'm the founder of Huddle and Bliss. I launched in 2008. I'm a mum of two boys who are now 9 and 7, Sam and Louis, and I feel very passionate about British manufacturing and babies, so I've combined the two in the Huddle and Bliss brand. We supply a range of essential baby wear that are required for new babies. We manufacture in the UK. Our entire cotton baby wear range is manufactured locally, hand finished in our own workshop, so our quality control standards are second to none. And we manufacture a range of premium baby essentials that have been put together by a team of experienced mums. We sell all of the basic wardrobe items that you really need for your new baby: bodysuits, sleep suits, swaddling blankets, bibs, And then also we sell maternity goods. Our best-selling product is the birthing shirt, which is designed specifically for that period, along with some quite luxurious high-end products such as 48-hour bag, which is a fully pre-packed luxurious hospital bag. I think the two key things to consider are comfort for your baby and practicality for you as a parent. You need layers. Babies don't monitor their own body temperature in the way that we do, and they're not as active as we are. So it's important to remember that they need bodysuits, a baby grow, certainly for the cooler months, one with feet to keep them warm. And in the summer, a romper suit, short-sleeved, short-legged romper suit, but then again, extra layers in the UK are necessary. You will often need socks and a cardigan. Blankets are key, and then also, you know, bibs and burp cloths, because babies do get messy. In terms of the key wardrobe items, it's important to keep things simple for you. Comfort for the baby, but simple for you. So sleep suits, baby grows are ideal for those first few weeks. You probably need a minimum of 5 to 7 of those. They need to be a natural fabric that's breathable. And things like baby grows, easy access for nappy changing. They really are the key item that you need at the outset.
Whilst babies need to feel safe, warm and happy, their development is also very important. We recently met with Jan van der Velde, who tells us more.
My name's Jan van der Velde. I'm the Managing Director of Kit for Kids Group, and we make Bicala products, which are pre and postnatal nursery products, which include sleeping bags, bumpies and blankets. They're designed for the developing child. So there's a lot of thought process goes into that, and we work with parents and experts to design products that help with the child's development. They're also designed for ease of use for the parent, so such things as washing, cleaning. What stands out straight away is that they have strong designs, and amongst that is black and white designs, and which may seem at first counterintuitive, whereas most baby products are pastels, but actually for the growing child in those formative years, especially sort of 0 to 6 months, what they're trying to do is learn to focus, and that's why a lot of our products are black and white. That's what they focus on. They only see black and white at that age, and particularly with our gold award-winning product, the Bumpies, you see there that you have both colour and black and white images, strong black and white images. That means when the child's in the cot, it can start to look at those and it helps it to focus. The child's development starts really as soon as it's born, and these are the formative years. At that age they are learning to see, to recognise a parent's voice, learning about the whole world around them. What we say is, let's start when the child is born. Let's not wait till it goes to sort of primary school, and that's why we develop products which are very much with the child's development in mind. There's a lot of fashion-led products, and they're all based on aesthetics, and I think that what we have to do is kind of move away from that, because really aesthetics aren't so important to the growing child. We have to consider what the child needs, and that is to learn its coordination and its eye focusing and all those kind of things, which perhaps you don't see that with other competitors' products.
Weaning a baby from milk to solids is not always easy, and you'll no doubt need some patience. We recently spoke to Emma Leonard of Oxo Tot, who provided us with some invaluable advice.
Originally Oxo is a US brand. It was started back in 1990 by a gentleman named Sam Farber. He saw his wife really struggling with everyday kitchen tools because she had a mild case of arthritis. So he set about producing a range of tools that were really easy to use for the largest spectrum of people. His first launch was in 1990 with just 15 tools, and now they do 750 tools for almost every room in the home. And Oxo Tot's very much a natural progression for the company. So all the designers who are based in the head office in New York to turn their attention to the smallest member of the family and said, how can we produce tools that are easy for them to use but also for parents to use? So that's where it came from, really. Also, about over the last 5 years, there have been 25 babies born to 54 employees in the New York office. So there's been lots of talk of babies and equipment and how they could make things easier. So very much the attention turned from kitchen tools, taking that experience, and they translated it into feeding equipment for baby, high chairs, also bath equipment and cleaning equipment. So that's very much where it came from, and its aim is to really provide a helping hand for little ones during meal times, but also to help parents during the weaning process and in those first really important 12 months and onwards. Weaning normally happens about 6 months of age, when little ones start to gradually be introduced to soft foods. Before 6 months, breast or formula milk is nutritionally complete, so babies don't need anything extra to supplement their diet. From about 6 to 9 months onwards, it's recommended that you start introducing soft food into a baby's diet really gradually. They'll often indicate when they're ready to do that, so they'll take an interest in the food that's on your plate, or they'll start to get increasingly hungry in between milk feeds. So it's time to really slowly introduce just one meal a day, baby rice or pureed fruit, and then just so very gradually introduce that into their diet so that in the next few months they can move forward and start to learn how to feed themselves. It's really difficult when you first start weaning because you read all the books and you know what you need to do and it all looks very seamless, but for babies when they first start to wean, the whole experience is so new to them. The whole idea of putting a spoon in their mouth is completely alien, so you sit down and expect them to polish off you know, the first ever bowlful and they spit it out, and you do this for days on end. But what's really rewarding is eventually you start to see them really enjoy it, and it can just be difficult at times. They'll throw the food off the high chair, they'll knock it out of the way. You could have spent a good few hours preparing it, but you persevere and you definitely get there in the end, and it is an enjoyable experience, but it can be challenging, and I think parents often think you've got to be perfect and everything's got to go really well. And in truth, it never goes that way, but it all works out fine in the end, and babies tend to be pretty much the same. So it was good to have friends that said, "Oh God, I've been through that. Don't worry about it. That's what babies do." So it is one of those things. You want it to be perfect. It's not, but at the end of the day, it all really works out.
Weaning should happen on or around about the 6th month, but it depends on the gestation the baby was born when it was delivered. If it was before 37 weeks, that's considered as premature, so weaning might not necessarily need to happen before 6 months. By 6 months, the baby's gut should be, and the immunity should be able to cope with other products other than the milk that it's been having beforehand. But if you start to wean too early, then there is a risk that the baby cannot provide itself with its own immunity, so it's more susceptible to the bug that causes food poisoning.
We'll be back after the break to find out more. See you soon.
BiCala is a contemporary and sophisticated prenatal and nursery brand that offers the very best in nursery products for you and your baby. All the products in the BiCala range showcase fresh, high-quality designs and highly researched products that help aid the development of your child. Visit the BiCala website to see their must-have collections and to find a stockist near you.
Life is full of unique moments, like the first time you hold your newborn baby in your arms. You have many important decisions to make throughout their life, and one to make before they are even born: whether to store their umbilical cord blood and cord tissue. Future Health Biobank, helping you to protect your family's future health. To find out more, please contact us.
Cocoon your little one in our range of ultra-soft premium cotton babywear. The entire Huddle & Bliss range is proudly manufactured here in the UK. Our collection of baby essentials, including baby grows and blankets, are made from the finest quality cotton, ensuring the very best comfort for baby. A family business combined with a team of experienced mums means Huddle & Bliss offer traditional British quality and service, along with contemporary style and design.
Give your little one a helping hand at mealtimes with OXO Tots' award-winning collection of infant high chairs and feeding equipment. Brought to you by the makers of OXO Good Grips. The range is really simple for both you and baby to use, extremely easy to clean, and grows with your child through key stages of development from 6 months plus. OXO Tot, a helping hand for little tots.
Welcome back. We now rejoin our experts to find out more. Why is it important to have a baby wardrobe prepared beforehand?
From my point of view, it's important for the parents to have the clothes and nappies ready for the baby, because then it is something less for them to think about once the baby comes. They don't have to run around and think where things are, or where, you know, if they've actually bought them. So if they've prepared and they've got everything stashed away in a nice place, then they can be more relaxed and have more time to bond with their baby.
I think it's very easy to underestimate how challenging a new baby can be, particularly on your sleep pattern. And I think it's important to parents to feel they are doing the best, and that's why it's important to have good quality, comfortable products that fit your baby. Clothes that are too big or too small are not adequate and will disturb the baby's sleep and ultimately yours. I think you need blankets. A lot of young babies like swaddling. We sell traditional pure cotton swaddling blankets, which are highly favoured by midwives these days, that hold the baby in a position that they're familiar with, and it does allow a lot of babies to sleep a lot better. One of my main inspirations for launching the business was I found that for little boys in particular, I mean, there's a lot of heavily branded baby wear out there at the moment. Anyway, and I don't think you need that on a child. But little boys, it all tends to be cars, planes, girls, it's flowers. So even from the moment you dress that baby as a newborn, you're putting an identity on them, if you like. And I don't think you need that, and you'll find with most of our products they are plain, because babies are beautiful enough. It's very daunting being a parent for the first time. It's so many products out there, there's so much choice, there's new innovations every day, new advice from the government every day. But I think once you've done it and you have the experience of it, you do have this inner confidence. And I think it's important as a new parent to take in as much advice as possible from people who've actually been there, and then apply that to your own situation. We've had 15 children between us as a team over a period probably of 20 years, up until very recently. And I think nothing beats hands-on experience. And I certainly found as a mum-to-be, the most valuable advice that I received was from other mums.
So we talk about some of the products that we're particularly proud of. We have the Bumpies, and they are a Practical Parenting award-winning product. They're designed to go around the cot. So if we look here at a typical Bicala Bumpy, on the one side we have bold black and white shapes, and on the other we have colours. Now, the reason for these black and white shapes is that the child at a very young age can't see colour, but it needs these bold designs to be able to start to learn how to focus and therefore create its coordination and what have you. These designs, there's a number of different designs. They come from 3 different product groups or schema, which is circles, stripes and check. Having worked with child psychologists, we found that those are the different schema that children will focus on as they start to develop. As they get older, we then move to the colours, so we have a reversible Bumpy here. So as the child starts to recognise colours, it then has something in its cot to focus on. They're also very practical, they're very easy to wash, they go around the cot, but they allow air gaps around the cot so that you don't get a build-up of carbon dioxide, which has been a concern with cot bumpers in general. With our changing mat with ARC, again, this is a patented product, new development in the nursery industry. What we've done is we've taken that philosophy of the developing child, we've attached those strong designs that we have on the bumpies and put them on the changing mat, and so the child, when it's being changed, it has something to focus on. It's then again learning how to focus and starting to learn its coordination. A changing mat is seen more and more as a utilitarian product, just used for changing the child. But actually, it's one of those times when the parent and the child are spending time together, they're bonding, they're in close proximity, and what we've done is combined the changing the child with the further development of the child. So what we have is an arch with toys on, with reversible patterns, so the strong black and white images, and also colour, depending on the age of the child. They'll be able to focus on those, and gives something that interests the child while it's being changed. Parents are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of those formative years, and now that we're starting to talk about this, this has been very well received by the public and created quite a strong demand. And people perhaps hadn't considered how important the child's development is from the age of really from birth, and now they're really starting to focus on it, and that's been tremendous, and we're very glad that we've been able to pioneer the way on this.
The high chair is definitely the best place for baby to eat. It's great, it promotes sitting up straight, which helps digestion, but it's also at a height for parents to be able to feed. When you start at 6 months, baby needs to be able to sit up straight on their own, so they need to go straight into the high chair and be safe and comfortable. There are a number of things to look for when you look for a high chair, and you also got to bear in mind it's a fairly big investment, so the key features that you need to look out for when you're buying one: a safety harness that keeps baby secure, footrest positions that can be adjusted, as well as seat height positions that can be adjusted, so when baby grows, that the high chair grows with them and they're more comfortable. Easy to clean. It can be a messy place, can a high chair, especially when they're learning to do it themselves, so it needs to be really easy to clean. Also needs to promote sitting up straight, as we said before, just so that it helps baby's digestion. And it needs to be comfortable. They're in there at least 3 times a day, so there needs to be support through cushions, and a nice place for them to sit. There are a number of other considerations for parents, such as, you know, do they want it to be out permanently, or do they want to fold it away if space is at a premium? If you do want to keep it out, there's really stylish high chairs out there on the market. Our Sprout high chair has been brought out in really gorgeous shades of on-trend colours such as lime green and taupe, and it's mixed with some really nice striking wood grain effects, so that you can leave it out in the kitchen and it makes a bit of a style statement rather than it being very much babyfied. It definitely needs to have things like a tray that can be removed in and out, so when baby's it's very easy to get baby in and out. Ours has a one-handed adjustment, so you can literally juggle baby, pull the tray, pop them in, and it's really easy to use. Also things like in our Sprout chair, you can unclip the seats and take it over to the sink or the bin to clean it, which is fantastic, and you can rip the cushions off and wipe them down, because believe me, they become really messy little places and food gets everywhere. So I think it's really, you know, to make your life a bit easier, make sure it's easy to clean. And there are other things to look out for, like safety standards. Make sure that they do comply with safety standards. And when you are choosing to invest, maybe look for ones that have won awards or that have got really good reviews from parents. There are some really great review sites out there, so look for ones that have rated highly, because you know other mums and dads like it, and that money that you're going to invest is a worthwhile investment.
It's very easy when you're pregnant for the first time to get drawn into the marketplace. There's a huge number of products available. But I think it's really essential for your baby to concentrate on key items that you need, and to spend on quality as opposed to quantity and the wide range of items that you might not necessarily need at the end of the day. It's more important to invest in good quality goods for your new baby. As a parent, particularly a first-time parent, you know, none of us have done this before. Nobody expects you to know everything. But by the same token, it's important to trust in your instinct. These things do come quite naturally to us. I think these are very precious times, and anything that makes your life that little bit easier and gives you a little bit more comfort in knowing that you're doing the best for your baby will help you to enjoy these times and take the most from them. They are very, very challenging times when you've got a new baby in a household, but so rewarding. And I think it's important, particularly for mums, it's natural instinct for us to concentrate on the baby and put the baby first. Which you obviously will do, but you must remember to take care of yourself as well. So that's why we try and include a few little luxury treats and extras, and think of the mum in these challenging times.
At Kit for Kids, our philosophy is one of caring for the child and the mother. And when the mother's pregnant, it makes sense that if they are healthy and well rested, then this must be good for the development of the child. And therefore we have a range of prenatal products, one of which is the nursing pillow, which is it's heat regulating, it's non-sweat, it's very comfortable, can be used in a variety of positions and helps the mother to rest at night or even during the daytime. One thing I would say as a final tip is try and see things from the viewpoint of the child and not from the adult. The child will start to develop as soon as it's born, and it's important therefore you have the right product selection to aid its development in those young years.
Don't be afraid to ask people if this is what to do. Ask for help, ask your health visitor, your mum and dad, friends and family. Don't be scared. And there are lots of information out there and people are more than willing to share that with you. So that would be my first thing. Don't feel you have to deal with it all on your own. Just ask for some help and it gets easier.
It's important that you take time out to get to know your baby, other than just feeding, changing nappies. Babies are individuals, so their personality won't come out whilst they're trying to feed or whilst you're trying to change them. So to actually take time out and play with the baby and talk to the baby and even sing to the baby, that's stimulating for both the mother and the baby. It will also help the baby to learn how to react to different situations.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll be back at the same time next week with some more top tips. See you then.